Hey guys, so I just wanted to continue my vlogging and just let you guys know about our hospital stay. So after we had Baiden, everything was going really smooth, going well. And then I think it was, we had him at 11:47 in the morning. So I think it was that evening. My family came down to visit, and Baiden kept making this sound, like this, they called it like moaning, like a moaning. It sounded like cooing, moaning. It was actually kind of cute. But it was like the cutest thing, and everyone just thought it was so cute, but he just kept doing it. And anyway, one of the nurses came in, and she's like, we're going to take him back to the nursery and just check his vitals and stuff and whatever else. And so they took him back, checked his oxygen. I guess they had the respiratory team look at him, came back, said that he was okay, he was doing fine. But he kept making this sound. So the next shift came on, and that nurse said the same thing. She's like, you know, has he been doing that? How long has he been doing that for? And she explained that it can be a sign that they're in distress. And so they took him to the nursery, yada yada. It was like, I don't know, three hours later, they kept coming in saying they're checking this and they're checking this, and that it was good and that, yada yada. And then that night they came in, it was like close to midnight. They came in, and Jeff was asleep on his cute little air mattress on the ground. And the nurse, she came in and just was like, Baiden is in the NICU, and just like was explaining this to me, and I'm just like, what are you telling me right now? Like, you've been coming in talking about how good he's doing, and then you're just gonna come in and tell me he's in the NICU? Like, I was so confused. And she was just trying to calmly explain that his oxygen, it was his oxygen that kept decreasing, basically, that he was in distress. And I think she was trying to explain it to me, but I wasn't really listening. Like, I was just in shock of it. And she left the room, and I was like, okay, stay calm. We're going to tell Jeff this, and we're just going to be calm about it. And it was like, I woke him up, and like, just trying to say it, I just like started bawling, and Jeff, from like a dead sleep, like is jumping up out of the air mattress and was like flying across the room. He's like, hey, let's go. And like, it was funny, but I just started bawling, and I don't know why. I was like, hey, we're gonna be calm about this, and we're gonna tell Jeff. But I just started bawling, and whenever I start crying, Jeff always goes into like freak mode. I don't know why. But anyway, it was so funny how fast he was up out of that air mattress. Because if you know how an air mattress is, it's not the easiest thing to get out of. So anyway, it was like after midnight. We went up to the NICU, and he wasn't doing bad. Like, they kept assuring us that he wasn't doing that bad. It was just to be safe, yada yada. And that his oxygen, he was just struggling to breathe a little bit. But just seeing him that way was just hard on me. And of course, when you have a baby, your emotions are all extra crazy. And I was tired because I didn't sleep Friday night, and then Saturday night went into labor, didn't really sleep all that day, and then this was the evening after that. And so I hadn't slept since basically Thursday. And so I don't know, it was just hard, and it was really hard to see him that way. But they were explaining that basically when he was trying to breathe, he would grunt, because how were they explaining it? It was something like his lungs.
His lungs would collapse.
Yeah, basically his lungs would collapse, like he was trying to breathe, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, we were sitting in there, and they had like what, 5, 6 different people come look at him, yeah. which made me feel good. There was like a constant team of people around him. I'm like, okay, he's safe, he's good here. But anyway, they decided that he needed to go on to a C-pap machine. If you don't know what that is, it looks like the little elephant nose machine they put on babies. It basically breathes for them. they were explaining that the air that they put in was just very soft puffs of air. It wasn't like it was pumping their lungs for them. It was just a little extra.
Just enough to keep his lungs from collapsing.
Yeah, just enough to keep his lung from collapsing. So anyway, they got him on that, and I don't know how, like, as soon as they got him hooked up to it, like, I think that was when I mostly started getting really upset. And just seeing him that way was hard.
Have they seen him? Is it the boy?
Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like an intense machine. And it was really hard to see him that way. But, yeah, basically they had everything under control, and he just had to be on this machine. They told us we were more than welcome to continue to stay. But I was, like, well, Jeff was probably okay, but I was just literally going, like, delirious at this state. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back down to my room and try to get some rest. I trust you guys. He's in good hands. So yeah, I went down and got some rest, which, you know, you always worry, you know, of how he's going to be doing, but I really felt comforted that he was going to be all right. But anyway, I think it was 4 in the morning. The nurses came in and woke me up, and they brought Baiden to me, and it's hard to express, like, that feeling, but anyway, they just explained that he only needed about 4 hours on the machine, and that he was doing awesome, breathing on his own, wasn't in distress anymore, and yeah, I didn't even care how tired I was. I held him and loved him, took some pictures. Just that moment of getting him back and knowing that everything's okay was just amazing. Anyway, he did perfectly fine after that. We had couple issues with his sugars being low because I was trying to breastfeed. But just with him being preemie, he just wasn't getting enough, and his sugars kept dropping. So anyway, I just had to start supplementing with formula. And once I started doing that, he started doing awesome, and everything was smooth sailing from there. So yeah, that's my NICU hospital story with Baiden. We had a little struggle in the beginning, but he did awesome from there. So yeah, and then I'm behind on all my vlogs, but there's a good reason for that. I'll make a different video for this, but basically I had a couple shoots that I needed to be doing because I had him 4 weeks early, and I had this wedding that I was supposed to be shooting. And anyway, long story short, I was on my deathbed that night. The next day, dying again, and that night, the night after that, had some emergency surgery, but I'll make a different video on that story. So yeah, here's little man. I always show him in the videos. Say hi. He's awake for you today, huh? So I'm gonna be awake today. Basically, we were just a complete mess the first week, huh? Well, not a complete mess, but anyway. Baiden's like staring at the camera like, what? What? Say hi? Say hi, little man. You say hi? Say, nah, Mom. I'm tired. Nah, Mom. Okay, that's enough. So yeah, stay tuned for my story. Bye, guys.